Hey guys, PhotoshopProHelp here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to create this amazing watercolor effect. So as we can see, this is the effect right here that we're going to create, and it is really stunning. But we do need a few things to create this effect. So first things first is we need to go and grab our paper. So this one right here, and then we're going to go and grab this splatter brush, which we're going to be making into a brush a bit later on, and then our original image that we're going to be bringing through. So with the original image, we need to make sure that it's on a white background, so everything else disappears. But if you don't have a white background to your image, then you can obviously cut it out, or cut the object or person out, and then put it onto a white background. Now that's more of a selection technique, so you can go and find the video for that if you do need to learn about that. And then from here, we're just going to go and jump into things now. So before we do this, we need to go and download everything. So go in the description bar, and the link will be there for you to go and download everything. Now it'll also include the original image I'm going to be working with if you don't have a white background image, and you just can try this if you want to get to grips with the effect. So now that we have our main piece of paper, our blank piece of paper into Photoshop, what we can do now is make a new blank layer. So bottom right hand side, create a new blank layer icon, and we're just going to go and rename this to paint, just so we know where we are. And we're going to go and change that to multiply for the blend mode. We're going to go and drag and drop our main original image into it now, so go and drag and drop that into it, and we're just going to go and press Ctrl and T or Command and T if you have a Mac, and free transform that to fit our image, and then we can just arrange it to wherever we want it, so around about there for me, and then click the tick icon. From here, we're going to go up to Image, Adjustments, and we're going to go and add a gradient map to this. Click the gradient. We're going to go for a black to white, and we're just going to go and bring the white up, and we're just going to go and bring the black up now. And what we want is a good contrast, because the black is going to stay and the white is going to disappear, so we want all the detail to come through. So around about there for me. Obviously each image is going to be totally different, so you're going to have to play around with it. Click OK, and then click OK again, and we're going to go and change the blend option to multiply, and we're going to go and change the name to this to original, and then we can just come back to it whenever we need to. So we're going to go back to our paint layer, and we're going to just start painting in a minute, but we need to go and make a brush. So we're going to go jump over to our splatter picture right here, and we're going to go up to Edit, go to Define Brush, and then we can go and name it to anything that we want. I've already done mine, so I don't need to do that. Click OK once you're done. Jump back over to the original. Make sure that you're working on paint, and we're going to hold down Alt on our keyboard, or Option if you have a Mac, and we're going to go between the two, original and paint layer, and you'll see a little sign come up. Click it, and that creates a clipping mask. Now that's disappeared, we can go to our paintbrush tool, find our paintbrush that we just made, which is down the bottom, and we're going to go and change some of the settings. So go to Window, go to Brush, and you might have it on the right hand side, and we're going to go and change some in brush tip shape. So the size is going to be around about 500, but we're going to go and change that later on. We're going to make sure the spacing is around about 43%. We want the angle to be around about 79. Go to Shape Dynamics. The size jitter to 100%. The minimum diameter to 25. The angle jitter to 100. And the roundness jitter to 24. The rest can be set to the minimum and off. Now you can pause this bit and just to see all the settings so you can get this right. Click Scatter in next. We want a scatter of around about 393%. Make sure both axes is clicked on. The count to 1, the count jitter to 0, and then everything else to off. Then we're going to go make sure we have wet edges clicked on, and we want to make sure that we have smoothing clicked on as well. Then we can just go and hide this. From here we want to make sure that we're working with a foreground colour of white, and we can just go and paint in on the paint layer, and we can go and change the brush size, and we want to make sure that every time we just go and click once and we don't drag this out, because we do need it to overlap, and we want to make sure it looks like a splatter brush. So we want to make sure that we're getting all the detail in, and we don't want to go too wild with this because we don't want to fill the whole thing in. Now I'm just doing this very quickly. Obviously you're going to have a lot more time on your hands to do this than what I'm doing. Now once you have something like that, we're going to go and add a new blank layer above the original layer. So add a new blank layer. We're going to name this gradient now, so name that gradient. And we're going to go to our gradient tool on the left hand side. And you can have any colour that you want. I'm going to go for the spectrum colour, but you can have any colours like I said. And we're just going to go and drag outwards like that. And we're going to hold down Alt on our keyboard. And we're going to create a clipping mask between the gradient layer and the original layer. Now as we can see, it's gone like that. And we're going to go and change that gradient layer to the blending mode of screen. And as we can see, the image has come through and the colour has stayed. Now we can go and change the gradient again and keep playing around to wherever colour we want it to be. So around about there would be okay for me. And then from here we can go and create a few extra splashes by making a new blank layer above gradient layer, naming that splash. And we can just make sure that we're working with a foreground colour of black, paintbrush, and then just go and click like that. And we can just click once or twice just to get different splatters around. And then we can go and copy that gradient layer. So Control and J or Command and J if you have a Mac. Bring that copy of the gradient layer up to the top and create a clipping mask of that as well. And we can go back to the splash layer and bring the opacity just down just a tad, just so the paper comes through so it looks a bit more authentic. Now apart from that, that is the whole thing finished, and that's all that you need to know. Now you can go mental on this. You can add a lot more colours, you can add text, and you can even add a lot more splatters. And if you wanted to, you can go out there and go and find some more brushes, more splatter brushes, and make it even a bit more wild. So go and add to this and see what sort of things that you can go and create. And please comment, rate and subscribe guys. Go check out the website, Facebook and Google+. So there's lots for you guys to go and check out. And if you want to support me, go check out the brand new designs for the t-shirts, and the link will be after this video, so stay tuned. And I'll see you next time guys. Bye for now.